painful. You can do it a little bit at a time. So just like transitioning to a flexible eating lifestyle, pick and choose what you can handle. And so what I suggest starting with is making sure that there's at least a 12-hour window. So that you're not eating. So if you're going to bed at 10 or 11 o'clock, stop eating by 7 or 8, and then wait at least 12 hours before you have breakfast. If you're already doing that, then try to stretch it. And I suggest going like 30 minutes a day. So if you're already doing 12 hours, maybe stretch it to 12 and a half for a couple days, see how you feel. And the things that I recommend adding in to kind of stretch it. 30 minutes, I wouldn't say you need to go to any tips or tricks, but once you go from like 12 to 16, there are some things that I recommend. So wherever that is in there for you, it might be 13, it's not too painful, but by the time you get to 14, you're like, I'm really uncomfortable, but I don't feel lightheaded or nauseous or any of those things. If it's just a true hunger pain, then a lot of times that's resetting leptin and ghrelin, which are hunger hormones. And because we've been feeding that baby, for 3 times a day, every, however many hours a day, it's been trained. So it's really, you're going to start reprogramming some of those hunger hormones. So yeah, you're going to feel a little hunger, but as long as you don't feel bad, if it's just that like stomach hunger, have some water. I really like sparkly water. It kind of gives the bubbles, kind of give my stomach something to do. I like black coffee, and that was not an easy transition for me, but I have lots of tips and tricks for that I'm going to do another video on that are easy to transition. One thing you can do, because I feel like not having solid food, giving your digestion a break, giving all that good repair that's happening, I would rather see you have bone broth and not have a true fast, or have black coffee with maybe some fat, whether it's coconut butter or coconut oil, or MCT oil is really great. It's great for cognition. I would rather see you do that than not fast at all and just kind of throw in the towel. It's a nice way to transition. It kind of satiates you a little bit more, and helps your body say, okay, she's not starving me right now. I've got a little something in here to keep me busy. It's giving me energy, and it feels really empowering when you do that too. And so purists would say, well, that's not a true fast. Well, you know what? When you're transitioning, it doesn't matter. At some point, you can get to the point where you're doing all the great things for your body, whether it's autophagy or whatever your goals are for fasting. You'll get there, but give yourself time to sort of retrain your body, change habits, and emotionally it can be a transition as well. We don't think about that, but I know for myself specifically, I have a lot of emotions tied to food, and there's some days where it's really hard, but then once I kind of get over a hump and it's like, oh, well, I did that. Look at me. I'm so proud of myself. So I will tell you, if you've ever had any kind of like funky, relationship with food, it can be really helpful. Now, I don't want you to, kind of push it and white knuckle it if you've had serious issues with food, whether it's eating disorders or blood pressure issues or pregnancy, breastfeeding, all of that. That's a no. Always talk to your doctor, obviously, but I would say add in tea with no cream. And if you have to have that cream, start with the cream, and then take it away. But what I like to see is a true clean fast would be black coffee or herbal tea with nothing added, and water, and that's it.